Welcome to Jacksdale. It is located in the Ashfield district of Nottinghamshire, served by Selsdon Parish Council and interlinked with the neighbouring village Westwood. It is home to around 2,800 people, but has also been home to actress Samantha Beckinsale, half-sister of Kate Beckinsale, and, allegedly, JFK stayed here in 1963 when he was visiting Chatsworth, as his sister Kathleen was once married to William Cavendish, heir of Chatsworth. A lot of Nottinghamshire's industry was textiles, including lace making. There was, however, other industries, including coal mining, which was the main industry of Jacksdale. Pye Hill Colliery was sunk in 1874 by James Oakes and Company Limited. Pye is thought to get its name from the man who owned the area of Pye Hill and Pye Bridge nearby, with Pye thought to be derived from either Little Patrick or Magpie. Pye Hill Colliery got its name in 1894, originally being called New Silkstone Colliery. It was linked to New Selsdon Colliery, which sunk in 1892. In 1968 it merged with Selsdon and Underwood Collieries, with the whole complex simply being known as just Pye Hill. Pye Hill Colliery was actually renamed to Pye Hill No. 2 at this time. It was all shut down in 1985. There was a clock that was built in 1902 by John Smith & Sons of the Midland Steam Clock Works in Derby. It has been on display in Stoke-on-Trent since 1995. At its peak between 1933 and 1940, Pye Hill Colliery employed 859 people, 710 below, 149 on the surface. The number 1 shaft worked the Tupton seam and the number 2 shaft worked the Silkton seam. Coal produced was used for households but also for manufacturing. In 1967 it was pulling 470,000 tonnes of coal. In its lifetime, 14 people were killed at the colliery, with the youngest being a 14-year-old boy named Ernest Pete, who was killed in a roof fall. Up until 1675, this area was just considered poor quality land. In fact, some believed that Jacksland was a term used to describe poor quality land, and that Jacksdale was used to denote the low-lying land. In 1675, the Essex family leased land and farming began. In 1811, there were only 3 farms in the area, and although mining and industry helped develop the community, there was also Codnor Park and Selsdon Railway, which arrived in 1876 thanks to the Great Northern Railway, bringing with it jobs, visitors and commuters. It shut in 1963. There's more to Jacksdale than just industry, transport and nature. There's also St Mary's, the daughter church of St Helens in Selsdon. It was built in 1898 for £2,000 from James Oakes, around £150,000 in today's money. It was designed by Derby-based architect Percy Halen Curry on land from the 7th Earl Cowper, Francis Cowper, who was a Liberal politician and Lord Lieutenant of Ireland. It's named after Westwood, as services were held there for 30 years before this church was built. There's also the Jacksdale and Selsdon Community Church, which has been a big part of the local area since 1931. Jacksdale was first recorded in 1775 as quite literally Jacksdale. It is uncertain how Selsdon got its name, and it's thought the best possible answer could be that it means Sewell's farm, and it was first recorded in the parish register in 1557. Ashfield was actually created on the 1st of April 1974, and it is thought to mean open field with the ash trees. It is believed most of the housing was built after 1850 and before 1918. There is a lot of everyday life going on, and although a lot has been lost and a lot has changed, a lot is still here to be used by the community today, and some of the heritage still remains for us to explore and enjoy.